Hello, welcome to Let's Cook at Home with your artificial artist, Lyric Jones. In this video, I am going to prepare chili in the InstantPot. Okay, so I had to do some juicing with carrots, and y'all know how I love my carrot juice now. I had to do that, and I got all this pulp left, so I thought, well, what can I do with it? I've already made carrot cakes and all types of stuff, and I thought, you know what, let's make some chili with it. So, let me get everything together, and I'll be back. Alright, took me a second to get everything together, but I think I got everything ready now. So I have my pot set on saute, and we're going to brown up this ground beef. Alright, so the pot is letting me know that it's hot. It's going to be hot for 30 minutes, and it's set on cook, and it's high. Okay, now it's preset to this. So the only thing I did was push, saute, and start. Okay, so I didn't adjust any temperatures or any time. Alright, whenever this meat is starting to brown up, we're going to add in the rest of our stuff. So I have a little bit of coconut oil left in this one. So I'm going to use this. What little bit I have in here. Okay, and then I'm going to add in some duck fat. Now, you don't have to do this. Okay, this is me, because I like the taste of the duck fat. Have I ever made this particular chili before? No. I made this recipe up today. Today, alright? Typically, I think I've mentioned that before, that I know how to cook things, but I typically rarely cook them the same exact way. I cook based on sometimes what's at the store. Sometimes I based on is what I have in the house. But I knew that I was juicing those carrots today, and when I got to the store, I'm like, you know what, I think I'm going to make some chili with that pulp, because I was trying to figure out what to do with it. So when I was at the store, I picked up everything here I picked up today, with the exception of a few things, but for the most part, I picked this up today. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead, I got my glove on, I'm going to go ahead and start to break this. This is 1 pound of organic ground beef. And I'm going to put this in here. And once it starts to cook, I'm going to list off the rest of the ingredients in case you want to cook along with me. And this is why I put the glove on. I didn't want meat all underneath my nails. Okay. Spread it around a little bit. Okay, now while I have my meat spread around in here, I'm going to go ahead and add my dried ingredients. I have 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. You know, I always got to healthy stuff up. That's just the way I am. I'm going to put a picture with all the ingredients because I'm not, I want to make sure that I give you the right measurement. Might not be as nice because y'all know I typically don't. But that was 2 tablespoons, and I'm telling you off the top of my head. Now, once I sit down, I can refer back to my notes. But off the top of my head, that was 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. We have 1 cinnamon stick. Go ahead and throw that in there. All right, and then in here, I have 1 tablespoon of dark chocolate powder, 1 tablespoon of thyme, and 1 tablespoon of sea salt. Okay, now again, all of these ingredients, seasoning can be adjusted. It's whatever you want. Okay, and once I get this rolling and I taste it, I'll probably end up adding some more seasonings as well. Oh, you know what else I want to put in here real quick? Let's put in some of this lime pepper. This is so fire. Okay, put that in there. And then it's super dark because of that dark cocoa powder. Cocoa powder in savory foods just make it extra savory. And I really prefer it in chili. Okay, so this is 2 packets of taco seasoning. I prefer taco seasoning to chili seasoning. I think the taco seasoning has a better flavor. Okay, so I'm going to spread this around in the pot. All right. So, let me tell you all what I got going on. So, we can go ahead and put in, this is, let's see how much I have here. About 5 to 6 cups. If I pushed it down, it'll probably be 4.5 to 5 cups. If I pushed it down, okay? And this was just a pulp from 3 bags, 3 pounds of carrots, the little baby ones, okay? And let's stir that up really good. And I know somebody is probably saying, ew, why would you do that? Once you add tomato sauce and tomato paste and chili powders and all the whatnots, you're not going to even be able to tell that the carrots are in there. I like the sweetness of the carrots, so sometimes people put sugar in their chili. Well, I feel like the carrots will replace that. Give it that little sweet. But like I said, I just hate throwing away the pulp. So I always have to figure out something to do with it. And I thought this would be a fantastic idea. Okay, so now let's add in the onions. Alright, so this was 3 large Sardelia, onions, and we're going to add those in. Okay. And let's give that a stir. And you can't see in this pot, can you? I know I say that all the time. Sometimes I say, can you see in this pot? And you really can see. And then other times I think you can and you can't. Okay. Now let's add in our pepper medley. Okay, so that was the red, the yellow, and the orange. I want to see if I can. Okay. Okay. That's nice. Getting jumping out the pot. Let's add in our tomato paste. Now I add things in the order I'm putting them in on purpose. Tomato paste, if I have liquid in here, it'll be hard to break it down. So right now, everything in here is still kind of stiff. So it's good to mix the paste in now. So once I start to add in the liquid, it'll thin out with everything very easily. So things are sticking to the bottom of my pot. I don't know if I like that. But because I'm going to add in liquid and it's going to cook for a while, it'll come up. Okay, now let's add in our whole tomatoes. And I'm going to break these up with my hand. And I'm just going to give them a squeeze through my fingers. Because I like a little bite when I eat chili. A little something to chew on, okay? Okay, uh-oh. You have to be careful when you squeeze these, because they will squirt all over the place. Okay, and then I have a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Now, I may end up adding some more of that in there, but we're going to start out with 1 tablespoon. Make sure everything is thoroughly mixed. Okay, now we're going to add in a jar of salsa. And I bought the chunky, mild salsa. Alright, gonna give that a good start. Alright, and you know what else I should have put in there? It's my refried beans. I want a nice, hearty chili. I don't want it soupy. Okay, and we're going to add in a can of beer, because the beer gives it a nice hearty taste as well. And I want to add in the whole can. The alcohol will burn off. Okay, then we're going to add in our can of black beans. Hold on, I still got some pockets in here. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to add in our black beans. Make sure you drain them. Okay, make sure you drain them. Get that a stir. Now I have 6 cloves of garlic that I have smashed, but I'm going to put those in later. And I have a half an onion and a bushel of cilantro. I'm going to save that towards the end because I don't want to overcook them. Okay, and the onions that's already in here, they're going to be cooked fairly well, but I like to save these to the end. Okay, so now I'm going to add in tomato juice. You notice I didn't put in any water. Tomato juice. How much? I don't know. However much room you have in your pot. Let me make sure I don't go over. Hold on. I'm looking for my... Yeah, I pretty much already reached my maximum limit of what I'm, liquid-wise, of what I'm supposed to put in this pot. But I'm still going to add in a little bit more. Okay. We're going to give this a stir. And we're going to put the lid on it and let it do its thing. Now, I've never made chili in this pot before. So, when I push this button, it's going to tell me how long chili is going to cook. Because it has a chili button. It's got a bean chili button. Now, I'm going to give this one little taste. I just want to taste it one time. Just a little bit, because that meat is not all the way done. So I don't want a spoonful. I just want to make sure that the... Oh! We in business. It's got enough salt. I'm going to add some lemon zest or some lime zest. I think I have lemon zest in the freezer. But again, I'm going to add that at the end. Okay? I'm going to add in just a little bit more tomato juice. And then that's it. We're going to put the lid on it. Okay, let me get the lid. We're going to stop it. Cancel. Let me stop for a second. Hold on. Let me stop for a second because I need to check the camera. Hold on. All right, we were doing good. I just wanted to make sure we didn't run out of camera time. Okay, so I turned it off of saute. Right there. We're going to go ahead and put the lid on it. I want to make sure I don't have any food that'll scorch or burn on the outside of the pot. Okay. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and push the bean chili button. 20 minutes. The InstantPot, I'm telling you, is my friend. Okay, and start. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, cut these things up in the food processor. And again, that's my cilantro, my garlic, and half of an onion. And, right? So it did its 20 minutes time and then some, because I had to open it up. Why did I open it up? I opened it up for something. Whatever I opened it up for, I don't even remember. But whatever I opened it up for, I had to start it over again. And it went back to preheat. 2, don't go over the maximum that's inside of the pot. The InstantPot is smart, okay? It knows. And I had overfilled it. I really did. You all watch me overfill it. I overfilled it, and an error code came up, which is why I had the lid off now, because I had to take a lot of it out and put it in a container, because I really did have too much in here, and she wasn't having that. So it happened to work out, because now I can go ahead and put in the rest of that onion, the garlic, the cilantro, and I put in a little lemon zest. So now that I got it open, we're going to go ahead and add this in. I like this to be stronger, so that's why I didn't let it cook with it. I want this to really stand out a little bit. And with the garlic, I don't want to overcook it, because you cook all the nutrients and minerals out of it. So I don't want to overcook the garlic. And I just like that bite of the onion. Okay? Let me just stir it up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is put the lid back on it, and I'm just going to let it sit. I'm going to let it sit for about maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I'm going to let it sit. And then we'll come back and give it a taste test, okay? Okay. It's been about almost 2 hours. I was busy. I had to do an edit on another video. So, plus I wanted to wait till I was hungry. And I'm hungry now. So, let's see what we got here. Am I too low? Am I too low? Hold on. I feel little. I can handle that. I feel little right now. Hold on. I don't like the way I feel. I feel like I'm sitting too low. Okay. Alright, now I feel better. I feel like a little kid. Okay, so let's get us a taste here. Good and warm. But it's not scorching hot like it was. Okay. One more. All right. Okay. I shredded some cheese. This is extra sharp cheddar cheese. Okay. And got a little sour cream. Right there. Okay. And then this, I want to stir this up. It'll be alright. This is I saved a little bit of the mixture that I put in here with the cilantro and the onions. And this is how I like it. Okay? This is how I like it. Now, let's give it a taste. See what it's doing in here. Let's taste it without all the other stuff on it. Hold on. Oh. This is it right here. Fantastic. It's fantastic. And anybody that eats chili knows it's going to be even better tomorrow when I sit it in the refrigerator for tonight. Tomorrow it's going to taste even better than this. Oh, this is excellent. And quite honestly, you know what's giving it that extra little? The carrots, the pulp, because it was thick. Y'all seen what I put in there? It just gave the chili a little bit more body, and it's got that little bit of sweet to it. It's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. You can make you some pasta and put it on top and have yourself a little three-way. For Cincinnati, that's what we do in Cincinnati at Skyline and Gold Star. They have 3 ways. You can do that with this, or hot dogs, put it on. I'm going to eat it just like this for right now, but before the week is out, I'll probably end up making the pasta with it. But it's absolutely perfect. So, thank you for watching. I'll make sure that I try to remember to put a link to the InstantPot in here, and I'll also put one for the Mini, in case you don't need one this big. Okay? I didn't know about the Mini. I don't think they had the Mini when I got this one. It looks just like this one. It's just smaller. And it's so cute. I probably would have did better with that one because I make a lot of food in this pot, and I'm only cooking for myself. I share a little bit sometimes, but for the most part, I'm cooking for myself. And I tend to overcook sometimes. But anywho, thank you for watching. Like, share, and comment. And keep the lyric in your heart. Till next time. Bye-bye.